What up? Sorry, I had to go potty. What's going on, guys? I was just chilling, doing some stuff on my computer, and figured why not go live? I haven't done one of these in a super long time, so why not, right? Oof. Tommy, what's good, brother? Hang on, I just gotta fix this shit. Oh, it's only 8 and I'm already yawning. And I just started. It's not a good sign. Not at all. Old man syndrome. What's everybody doing on what is today? Monday? Tuesday? Monday? Yeah, Monday. Does my voice sound okay? Does it need to be louder? Does it need to be quieter? I got that. Okay. Okay. I got a couple of games I could play. I got stories I could probably read if I wanted to catch up on stuff for tomorrow, or we could just chill and talk, which I'm fine with doing that as well, because I don't do it very often. I feel like every time I set a microphone in front of my face, it's always work, never fun. I mean, it's not really work, but you know what I mean. Let's change this. Move that over there. Having a bummer day, crawled into bed. Hopefully the day will be over soon. I'm sorry to hear that. Angel, how you doing? Robert, baby llama drama, what's good? What's going on? Tom, I kind of napped all afternoon, so making a night of it. Hell yeah. Right on. Risa, 1 p.m. Oh, yeah. You're in Australia, mate. I forgot about that. So you're good to go then. No big deal. Yeah. Bro, I listen to all your videos at work. Thank you so much for saving me from dying of boredom. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Glad it's doing something for somebody. Wednesday's your birthday? Oh, Tommy. Nice. Tom. How young are you turning there, my guy? Happy early birthday. What do you think happens after death? At least take me to dinner first and give me a couple of beers before you start asking me questions like that. It's too early. It's only 8 p.m. That's like 2 a.m. We're both hammered and the last people left at the party type of conversation. Young Galaxy with the 279. Thanks for making some great stories to sleep too. I appreciate that. Thank you for listening. That means a lot more to me that there is a good amount of people that actually enjoy it and listen. So, do you play Rust? I have watched videos on Rust, like of people trolling and people, stuff like that. But I've wanted to get into it, but I can't. I just don't have that type of time. I had a buddy that played it, and he's like, "Man, it's fun, but I mean, you better be ready to dedicate like a lot of time to this game." And I don't have that kind of time, unfortunately. But it does look like fun. 40, but I feel 29. That's all that matters then. Well, again, happy early birthday, buddy. If I don't talk to you on Wednesday, which I probably won't because I won't be doing a live stream, but yeah, you get it. I listen to your vids during my lunch break naps and then rewatch so I can catch the stories I missed. Well, Sam, you are goated for doing that. I appreciate that. The double listens. Sounds like somebody got the sniffles. Yes, Becky, you're not wrong. I've had like I'm slowly just now starting to get over it. But you can still hear I'm nasally. Hell, I think even in one of the episodes last week, you could hear my voice being all nasally. I don't usually like to record content when my nose is all nasally and stuff like that, but didn't have a choice. Didn't want to not put an episode out, so. Dawn, best storytelling ever. Thank you for shutting the brain off. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Kristen, same to you. Thank you so much. I'm finally able to relax for the day, so this perfect timing. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I just laid my daughter down not that long ago, so I'm finally able to get a little bit of rest and relaxation, whatever you want to call it, before I go to bed too. So I figured, why not? I'll hop on here. I was already at my computer again anyway, just messing around and getting stuff ready for tomorrow's episode. So if you wanted to throw one together, I'd be down. My big plan is to get faded. Maybe play some Final Fantasy VIII. Ooh, very nice choice. Is that what it is? Is that what that FF8? Final Fantasy VIII. I was wondering if you're sick. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely still hear it in my voice. I'm still coughing a little bit too. And definitely, I don't know, was it Friday? Friday was probably the worst day. I was down for the count almost all day long. I don't know what it was. There's definitely something going around. Really cool to see how much your channel has grown. It feels like a safe space from all the AI accounts. Yeah, you're not lying. There is a lot of those. And even, I mean, go look at some of my videos. There's still people calling my channel AI all the time. So, which is hilarious, because if you listen long enough, you'll hear me make a mistake or do something that is clearly not the AI's. Whoa, wait, hang on. Can you hear the music at all? Or is this just like not even worth doing? It feels weird. I'm the type of person who always has to have something in the background playing, whether it be music, TV, podcasts, or when I'm sleeping, a fan, or some type of noise has to be playing. I can't be left in silence, like even when I'm just going about my day-to-day things, or especially at night. Like I'll never fall asleep if I don't have some type of noise like a fan. So Wick, that is high praise, my guy. Thank you so much. Especially because Let's Read and Mr. Ballin are like top tier, the like toppest of tier storytellers, you know. You're gonna listen to Mr. Ballin. Sharks happen, but you have slid right in my favorite. Thank you very much, Angel. Kaylee Ann with the gifted membership. Yeah, thank you, Kaylee. Appreciate that. Give it to somebody. Oh, Kristen. There you go. That answered my questions. Yeah, As the Raven Dreams. It's also a good narrator for sure. There's a lot of you guys have so many good choices to pick from when it comes to narrators. Like, there's a lot of good ones out there, man. There really is. So again, it means a lot that you even choose to listen to my channel, because there's just so many good options out there. I think you mentioned before of little ones, how lucky to be a pop with a voice to read bedtime stories. What are your favorite children's stories to read them? Mostly right now, it's just, especially with my son, he's 6, so it's just whatever he wants to read. Eventually, I'd like to get him into more nerdy stuff, you know, like start reading the Lord of the Rings to him and stuff like that, or more stuff like that. Maybe the Redwall books. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. I love your animations. ZD, thank you, brother. I got there's a couple of cool people behind the scenes that help me with those, so I'm lucky to have those lucky to have those guys. Mr. Nightmare, again, high praise. Mr. Nightmare is like, I feel like one of the people that I started listening to at the very beginning when I was still out there delivering mail. Mr. Nightmare was definitely one of the ones that I started listening to, like, the scary stories on and stuff like that. So what's up? Dang, I actually made a live, Chris. Yes, you did. You did. I don't do them very often. I should do them more often. I know I should, but I just... And also, if you can hear my son screaming in the background, that's him. Cracking out on some Roblox. Just found to love it. I'm wondering if the stories are all true or if the ones you say are true in the title. Any and all stories that I read are going to be quote-unquote allegedly true. I can't, like, verify or confirm any of the stories that I get are in fact true. I like to believe that they're true. So take that for what you will. Most of the time I put true in the title just to get, you know, the people who want it to be true or prefer the stories to be true. Because I'm not really into creepypastas and things like that. So, and I will also fully cop to and admit that Zach, the guy that finds the stories for me or sifts through submissions from you guys, does add a little flair to, like, stories and stuff like that to make it a little bit more legible for me and easier to consume for you too. So while the concept and the story itself is allegedly true, there will be some flair and stuff like that, you know, added to it to make it, you know, more entertaining. So yeah, take that for what you will. I will let your vids build up, then binge the hell out of them because one video is never enough. Tom, you're very kind, man. Thank you, brother. Can't go wrong with the Princess Bride. Oh, why do you keep falling? Sounds funny, but listening to your videos helps me clean our horse stalls faster and focus. Love listening to you talk. Hey, whatever it helps, Audrey, I appreciate it because I still have a hard time believing that people like to listen to me, you know, because it's not really something I never thought I would be here. I just thought that this would be like a cool little side hobby for me to do as I continued to hate my life and the job that I was at. You know, this like was a little bit of just fun to do on the side. I'm gonna hang on. Tell me if you can hear the music, just because again I need something in the background here. If it'll ever pull up. There we go. All right. Frederick, what's going on? The OG pulled me in listening to horror narrations, was lazy. Then from him, more, yeah, Papa Scare, yup, J Nightmare, MCT, Darkest Hour, Danny, yeah, all good ones. All solid narrators for sure. I discovered the channel months ago, hooked up ever since. Love listening to while long drives, commutes. Nice. CTOS, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for answering my question. I know that we all have to take them with a grain of salt, but I like knowing they're based on truths. Yeah, absolutely. And that's most of the ones I always consume are the ones that I were told to me that were allegedly true as well. Those are only really the ones I like. Don't get me wrong. I do like the creepypastas every once in a while. And, you know, like the fiction in a sense, but it has to be really, really niche. I can't just listen to anything. And there's a lot of good channels out there that do that type of thing too. It's just, you know, probably never going to be me. Yeah. he's going ape shit in the background. You're one of the best. Keep doing you. Thank you, CC. You put me to sleep many nights. Then it's met with the utmost respect. Love listening to you and the stories you share. Thank you, Gabriella. I will admit to, I don't know if I've ever said this before. I probably have, but I know initially when I started doing this and making this channel, I didn't like the idea that I was putting people to sleep just because that wasn't my intention. I wanted to actually like read stories and keep people involved and scared and enjoying them. And then once I found out that this horror narration niche is kind of like an ASMR type of thing for people to fall asleep to, I definitely enjoy it now, or I like it now. I guess I should say that it worked out in that way and just kind of leaned into it with the with the rain and the backgrounds and stuff like that. Because initially, that's not what I wanted to be. I didn't want to like put people to sleep. I wanted to keep people awake, if that makes sense. I always enjoy listening to your stories. It's great. You are in my top 5. Appreciate that, McLean. Always nice to see you in the chat. Principal Photography, greetings from Birmingham. Very, very nice to have you here as well. Greetings and salutations. How are you this evening? Well, I guess I don't know what time is it. What time is it right now in England? It's definitely probably not 8:30 like it is here. Oh, another Brummy. What up, boo? Joseph, what's going on? Ali, hey man, I love your channel. Always listening in bed helps me sleep. Love your voice. Say hi to my boy. 6 years is such a fun age. Appreciate that, dude. Yeah, it's awesome. Being a father is by far one of my favorite things. Not proud of a lot of things I've done in my life, but becoming a dad is definitely one of them. It's hard to explain, and kids aren't for everybody, that's for sure. But they definitely were for me. It is 2:30 a.m. right now. Ooh, damn! I can't believe you're awake. You night owl? The only thing I do at 2:30 a.m. is get up to pee, and then I'm right back in bed. No, it's an amazing gift. Listening to videos more than once while I'm sleeping. Thank you, Kristen. Sorry. You have a very soothing voice. If you can relax me enough to overcome insomnia and sleep, then for me it's high praise indeed. Well, again, I'm glad it got put to some use. I've always been told from family and friends that I have a good voice, and I can kind of sing too. Sometimes, depending on what song it is. So, and I've always wanted to been told to do something with it. And I guess I finally did. For me, it's you, Chilling Scares. Chilling Scares is such a good channel. Mr. Nightmare, Shiny Gold Tails, very nice. Absolutely. Yeah, those are good ones. Chilling Scares that dude blew up, man. He's got fantastic content. This is one of my top channels for this genre as well. I can't stand the AI voices. There's so many of them. Yeah, there is a lot of them. A lot of them out there right now, which is kind of crazy to say, after I never thought the market would be oversaturated this much with them, but there's tons of them out there. And it's getting harder and harder to tell the difference. I mean, I can still kind of tell for the most part, but there's a lot of them that they sound pretty real. I know Let's Read had one that mimicked his voice pretty scarily good a while ago. I remember listening to the episode after he posted about it on Twitter, and it sounded exactly like him. Like his voice, the pauses he would do, it was pretty insane. Uh, 2:25 a.m. Just finished photography concert. Nice. Late night. Love that you perfectly execute, not being monotone or obnoxiously over the top. Thank you, Lemon. Appreciate that. Feel like Booze was my gateway. Narrator led me to the core group of narrators I follow. Absolutely. Again, high praise. Thank you, Angel. Large respect, Shannon. Large respect back at you. Taco 517. Hello from Michigan. How you doing, buddy? I respect listening while asleep, but I want to finish the story. They're so interesting and captivating, let alone. Nice. Well, those, again, the double listens mean even more because, yeah, it's hard enough to, sift through content one time, but able to go back and do it again. So, yeah, thank you. Cody, what's going on? You're close to hitting 100K on Sutu. That's amazing. I hope you hit 100K. Thank you, McLean. You and me both. It's slow. It's been, I don't know. You might be able to hear it from other narrators. It's been really slow lately, growth-wise. Like, I'm still getting a decent amount of views, but, like, I definitely am not growing like I was. So, I think that's kind of what spurred the second channel. So, we'll see what happens. Nightmare Files is not putting us in class. One of my favorite. Lazy Masquerade is really good. Think of it as lulling us to sleep or allowing us to sleep, not putting us in like a class. Yeah, that's a much better way to look at it. You're right. Nightmare Files is another channel I like to watch. Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to that dude a couple of times. He seems pretty cool. I've been around for quite some time now, but never caught your live stream. Just wanted to introduce myself and tell you how much I enjoy your channel. Thank you, Dina. I don't really do very many live streams. I'd like to. Chances are when I do it, it's usually with a couple of other people, like on Horror on the Rocks channel or something like that. It's usually when I ended up doing most of my live streams, and just with, a couple of friends. I don't know. I need to do more. I always say I'm going to do more, and then I never ended up doing it. Phantasmal Wretched was great. Mr. Scarecrow was awesome too. I don't think I've ever heard of Phantasmal Wretched. Mr. Scarecrow sounds familiar. Patty, I love your voice. Thanks for sharing with all of us. Insomniacs, absolutely, Patty. Thank you for listening. Hello, hi Tom, Cindy. What's going on? Melinda, how you doing? Taco, what's the craziest story you have in real life? I can't remember which episode it was, but I have told 2. I guess I only have like 3 total stories that's ever happened to me, and they're in there. There's a couple of stories in there. I can't remember exactly which episodes they are, but 2 of the 3 are in episodes. I've never heard that about Let's Read Scary Shit. Yeah, he's that whole AI thing was crazy. Listening to this while working on some analog horror. Hell yeah, dude. That channel. I'm telling you right now, Derek Weber is like one of the hardest working YouTubers out there. My man's got like 8 irons in the fire, and he's still doing it on all of them. Gotta hand it to him, man. We both have that same ADHD, ADD mind, but he's actually, capitalizing on all of his ideas. And I just like talk about them. Anxious is like the first time I've actually done one, and seem to be sticking with it so far. My favorite horror story narrators are Mr. Nightmare, Chilling Scares, Unit 522. Yes, Mr. Ballin. Being Scared, Whispered Diaries, Mr. Haunted, and Nightmare Files. All very good narrators. Yeah, Rocky's a good dude. I like Rocky a lot. Phantasmal Wretched used to translate the Japan stories. Lazy read back in the day. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, I do. I only have Dawn. I only have 2 episodes up right now. The channel is called Anxious 247. I'm currently working on 2 episodes that should be done here in the near future. And going off of like what Derek Weber, me and him talking back and forth, I might be twiddling around the idea of going on camera for future episodes. I'll just basically, my ideas right now for that channel, I'll just clue you guys in since you're here too. At least the idea for future episodes is going to be, I think the next episode will be on urban legends. So I'm going to kind of like go back and look at all kinds of urban legends, or at least ones that interest me, and see if there's any truth in them, or see where these actually originated at, what the stories actually were, all of the, the fakes and stuff like that too. And just a bunch of random stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I got so many ideas and so much stuff that just rattle around in my head. I need to like pick a lane and focus. So, but yeah, Anxious 247. There's 2 episodes out right now, or 2 episodes, and I'm working on a couple of more. Hopefully, we'll be done the next week or 2. I like Mortis Media, very good guy too. Absolutely. Wish they would ban AI. Yeah, you and me both. Japanese supernatural beliefs are pretty fascinating. Yeah. If you don't listen to Jay Nightmare's channel, you definitely should, because he translates, Japanese stories into English, and he's a fantastic storyteller as well. I really, really like that guy a lot. Jay Nightmare, he's a really cool dude. Haven't spoken to him in a couple of months now. Hope he's doing all right. Shannon Fox, you are my favorite narrator. Thank you, Shannon. A very kind thing to say. Those are big shoes to fill. Big old shoes. Let's see here. Oops. Mort is the entire reason I'm a published author now. He kind of told me about how to go. Oh, damn, that's awesome. That's awesome. I've spoken with him a few times. Seems like a really nice guy. Bro, I'm turning this light off. Hey, turn this light off. The redneck woman, thank you. I love that you listen to the videos. Jay's doing well. He's in Japan, a little holiday last I knew. Good deal. Glad to hear that. I need to reach out to him, man. It's been a couple of months. There's quite a few narrators I feel like I haven't spoken to very much lately, and I miss talking to him. Frederick, thanks for stopping by. It's late over there across the pond, so yeah, you get yourself some ZZ Tops. Let's see. So, now, I would read some stories for tomorrow because I didn't finish the episode today, but my son's in here and there's no way I will be able to capture audio without hearing him in the background, so... Let's see. We are doing road trip stories is tomorrow, and then Thursday will be, I think, crime scene cleanup stories. I'm excited for that one. Never done that theme on my channel before, so that one should be fun. Should be fun. Yeah, like I said, I would narrate a couple of stories right now just because I'm in the front of the mic and whatever, but it's not going to work out right now. I listen to your videos while I work on my diamond paintings, and that's awesome. I miss painting. I used to paint a long time ago. It's been years. I'm an AI, apparently. Yeah, join the club, Paunch. I am too. Trust me. That among a slew of other things is what I am in the comment section. But it is YouTube, and by far YouTube is definitely one of the most toxic communities I've ever been a part of when it comes to things like that, so... Papa Scare was who sent me to Jay's channel. Papa's a wonderful guy too. Absolutely, yeah, I love Papa Scare too, man. He is a fantastic human being. Always love working with that guy or even just talking to that guy. My son is 17 now, and I miss those moments when you used to overhear him and everything. Yeah. Well, it's only been 6 years, but I can tell it goes by fast. It's already gone really fast already, so I can only imagine. I feel like I blinked and it's already been 6 years, so... How you doing there, Paunch? Shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, I've talked with a lot of the other narrators, at least in the community and stuff like that, and it has definitely slowed down a lot. I know everybody's still kind of like listening, you know, for the most part, but like views and growth for everybody has slowed down a lot. Even when I talk to, you know, Jay or Papa or Amanda Jane over at Darkest Hour, you know, it's kind of crazy, but it definitely has. Definitely has. Oh, let's see. Eggs and fried mushrooms. What the? That is a random ass combo. But hey, you do you. I'm not really a mushroom guy. I'm down for the eggs though. Hey, is it Leslie or Lisi? How you doing? Have you ever spoken to Mr. Revenant? Yes, absolutely. Mr. Revenant was like one of the very first ones to give me a break and allow me to narrate on his channel a long time ago, like 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, probably now. And I don't know why he did, because my audio was dog shit. I sounded like absolute ass. The microphone I had at the time, and oh my god, it was awful. He's a very kind, very kind man for doing that, but I owe him a lot, because he kind of, having me on, opened up that door, you know, to working with Papa Scare and Jay Nightmares and Amanda Jane and all them, and just kind of like grew this kinship between all of us, because I feel like we all started close to around that same time. I know Derek did as well, like right around that same time. So we're all like in, I don't know. It was just cool. Really, you just meet some really cool people doing this. You really do. That sounds good, Punch. You getting over the crud? Yeah. Slowly but surely. I think it's really cool you talked to a bunch of creators. You're definitely one of the top for me. Thank you again, Sam. I appreciate that. Check it out sometime. Which episode, Tom? I occasionally will check in on Danny's. I'm not even gonna lie. I fully support. I'll drop in on lives, and occasionally I'll listen and or watch, you know, friends' videos and just hit the like button really quick. But I just don't. I don't watch as often as I probably should. But which video, and I'll check it out. Because I like the direction that Danny's starting to go with her channel too. I told her that like that's a really good direction. I think that'll definitely, hopefully, spark some growth for her that she totally deserves. You're a new find for me, but I love this genre and love that you read. It's not AI. Yeah, that's kind of an ongoing thing. A lot of people not wanting that, myself included, obviously. Not a fan of the AI narrating. Oh yeah, Interscare Sleep. Interscare is awesome too, man. I really like that guy a lot. Really, really cool. He's yeah, really cool dude. It's a wonderful little circle of people, and love them. Try to support them. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate that, Junior, or JRC, whichever one. Sorry if I fucked that up. The Appalachia one. Okay, I'll check that out. I could listen to life insurance ads. You're that good. Yeah, right. That's high praise. Ooh, Rocky with the 5 memberships. Thanks, brother. That's very kind of you. Especially because I don't upload to the bonus tier as often as I should. It's supposed to be once a month, but it usually ends up going like once every other month. But I will, instead of a 20-minute episode, it ends up being like closer to an hour. So I try to make up for it. The dogs and cats are chilling. Listen to the live. Nice. Tell them I say bow wow and meow. I've been trying to open a direction. Rocky just pulling up in the chat and throwing memberships out, like slinging them. What a G. Thanks, dude. Please do scary tripping stories. That's not a bad idea. I'm actually gonna March. I've already got March's topics down. So first week 1 in March is trucker stories and night shift stories. Week 2 is middle of nowhere and music festival. Week 3 is mortician, funeral home stories, and urbex stories. And then week 4 is off the grid. And I don't have anything for the 4th one yet. Scary tripping stories. That's not a bad idea. I'm going to write that down. Anybody else got any other good ideas of topics that I don't do often enough or should do that I haven't done? Because I'm going to start writing these down just for ideas for even, what's after March? April. Scary tripping stories. Do you listen to Mr. Ballin? I do. Not as often as I used to, though. I don't really consume a lot of horror in this genre, but when I do, Mr. Ballin is obviously like a very good choice. He's one of the best storytellers on YouTube, so fantastic guy. Rocky, that guy on Fiverr, I think his name's Aiden. He's done probably 75% of my loops. And this is one of them. I'd have to send. Well, he did the 3 of us in the hot tub in the campfire. Same dude. Search and rescue. Search and rescue is always a good. Search and rescue. Sleep paralysis stories. That's another good idea. Very nice. You guys are on top of it. You're coming up with better ideas than me. Okay, so let me do these again. Scary tripping. So I don't lose this. Sleep paralysis. Yeah, there was a joke, some kind of reading about scary poop stories at one point in time. So yeah, I could probably do one of those as well. I'm just going to write it down. See what happens. Scary poop stories. My son's laughing about the scary poop stories. So the music you play in between stories and go to the next. Don't stop doing that. I love that. All right, good. Good deal, Stacy, because I don't plan on stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. Alien stories. Never done any alien stories. You're right. Not even once. As the aliens. Yeah, I know. I like ghost and paranormal. I don't really ever do them, so I'm not opposed to it. I get them muddled, but I love the ones where people listen to their gut instinct, leaving it running. Yeah. Same. First responder. I think I've done those before, but I know it's been a while since I have. First responder, that's pretty good. I'm just going to write all these down for to pull from in April. So no Zach enjoys when I have a little bit of, what's it called? Can't even think of the word. Scary Australian outback stories. I did do Australian stories, and that was a really good episode. I enjoyed that one a lot. Australian outback though. Outback Steakhouse. Nightclub. It's not a bad idea either. You guys are just full of good ideas. Yeah, I feel like aliens and cryptids are all like in that same thing. Would you guys listen to that? Because obviously all the stories on my channel are allegedly true. So I feel like when you start getting into cryptids and aliens, whether or not you believe in them, it kind of like, you know, because they're like middle of the road type of thing. But I'm open to doing, if again, I'm open to doing them if you all would listen to them for real. Most of the time, that's kind of what I'm basing it off of is what has done well in the past or done better in the past. So I, you know, for some reason, whether I liked it or not, or did it or not, intentionally, anything deep woods, camping, hiking, stuff like that tended to do better than any other topic on this channel. So that's where I leaned in heavier on those topics, you know. So cornfield horror stories, I got to give you a fucking cornfield horror story. I'm writing it down. Think I won't. I would not listen to those. See, I'm seeing yes and I'm seeing no. Ooh, Lost at Sea. I like that one. Anything to do with the ocean scares me. So Lost at Sea, baby. Dina with a $9.99. Thank you so much, Dina. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. Ooh, speaking of Aussies, Creepy Oz pulls out. Oh yeah, Creepy Oz. Very good stuff. Do a cryptid video and then just title it Wood Stories. Yeah, I could do that. And that's not a bad idea. And then when it's not, people will definitely let me know in the comment section. Like, I know in that cult episode a couple of days ago, I had a bunch of people bitching about that last story. We're technically not a cult story. Like, oh my God. All right, man. But, you know, even when people are bitching about that shit, like, if that's all they're bitching about, then I'm doing okay, because as long as they're not complaining about the story itself or something I messed up or the voice or the music or whatever. Scary Mandela effect stories like that. Scary parasite in the body. Very nice. Scary adoption stories. Yep. Human experience. Oh, that's another good one. Let me write some of these down here. Trying to get some feedback. All right. Billy, how's it going? How's it going there, eh? Musician stories. Yeah, I know it's not musician, but this will be my first time, at least next month, I'm doing like music festival stories. So we'll see how that goes. I think that, and then I'm excited about the like mortician funeral home stories for next month as well, because I think I might have done funeral home stories before. I don't know if I have or not. I just listen to all your stuff. I like the real stories. Same. I mean, I try. I know there's times where even I'm reading shit and like, okay, this isn't true. And if I can't believe it, then I know you're not going to believe it. And I will be like, hey man, to Zach, like, I can't do this one. This one's too much. Or this one's too, like, I don't know how to explain it. But if I'm not feeling it, I know you won't be either. So cave exploring. I've done one of those. I did it a couple of months ago, but I would like to do another one. Because that shit is spooky. Spooky. Scary roadie stories. Oh, yeah. Fucking roadie. I'm running out of paper. You guys gave me so many fucking ideas. Which isn't a bad thing. Let's get some more camping in deep in the woods. Of course, yeah, those will never stop. Like I said, for some reason, anything deep woods, camping, hiking, whatever, those tend to do very well. Not well, they used to. They don't do as well now, but those usually ended up being the favorites. So, haunted theater. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done movie theater. Nope, I haven't. I've been watching everything in Appalachia. Yeah, Appalachia stories are just for some reason same. I don't know. It's a there's just something about it that's intriguing. I am an embalmer, so I might have to submit something for the mortician. Yeah, hell yeah, Sierra, do it. One of my two of my closest friends worked in the funeral home for a long time, and one was a director, and the other one was like a caregiver, and not a caregiver, but I don't even know what the job title was exactly. What I did not envy his schedule, getting called at 2, 3 in the morning and going up and picking bodies up and going and embalming and doing all that shit. But I did get to watch him do the process and stuff like that for a while, and a couple of times when he still lived in the town that I lived in, and I'd go watch him embalm a body. And I thought about doing it for a while until he told me about his schedule, and I'm like, I can't do it. But yeah, if you got a story, submit it. That'd be awesome. Alone at night or walking alone at night. That's a good one. Walking. Scary barrack stories. Oh, there's a lot of those. I got some stories to share on that one. Christine, good evening, y'all. How you doing? Urban explorations. Yeah, we're actually going to do some Urbex stories next month in March. I love listening to creepy wood stories. I live deep in the woods near the Appalachians in Kentucky. Nice. Very nice. I got my dad's side of the family lives in Kentucky. Voodoo. Voodoo's actually, that's a good idea too. Voodoo Mama Juju. Voodoo stories. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I got enough. I got a lot of ideas for the next couple of months, so cool. Should have done this a long time ago. Asking you all delivery stories. That's always not a bad one too. I haven't done one of those in a while either. Just wanted to pop in for a little bit. Good night. Keep up the great work. Thank you. You have a great night there, redneck woman. Voodoo. Bus driver. Oh, I've never done bus driver either. Wedding night. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of those. Bust driver. Busty driver. Busty driver stories. I'm going to do this one of those. Wedding night. What happened on your wedding night? That was so horrible. It's definitely, but the hours are insane. Yeah, that's exactly why I couldn't do it. That's exactly why I didn't do it, because I did not want to get calls in the middle of the night and go drive halfway across the county just to pick up a body and then embalm them and do all that. So that's the part that talked me out of it. I could do the rest of it. I could give a shit less if I'm working on a dead body or picking up dead bodies. That wouldn't bother me at all. But the hours definitely would. Somebody just joined. Enrique, how we doing, man? Night shift, middle of nowhere, trucker, ass station, and night drives. Those are my favorite. All right, Brandon, I got you. Especially the ass station stories. War stories and voodoo stories. Yeah, those are, I haven't done, I think I did one military stories before. It was a while ago. But military stories is not a bad one either, just because I've only done one, maybe two. I don't know. Dude, I got chased by a bear when I was 9. That's fucking scary. Scary hooker stories. I could just tell a story about Derek Weber then. Gym horror stories. That's not a bad idea either. Gym horror stories. This paper is chaotic. Aaron, what's going on, brother? How we doing? Dude. Hey. Too much. Stop screaming. We in the red light district? Let's see. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. All right. I got almost 30. So, thank you. Thank you so much. You all are goated. Great. Got great topics. Let's do this. Hopefully this doesn't fuck up my stream. I'm kind of nervous to do this just because I'm not going to do it. I don't want it to mess up. Scary stoner stories. I'd probably be like, I left the remote in the freezer. I overcooked my Pop-Tart. Middle school horror stories. There's probably a lot of good ones. Missing livestock stories. Smoking. I mean, there's got to be. Do you reveal your name here? I don't know if you have. I don't think so. I'm going to let it continue to be a mystery. I know there's probably some people who know, but it's going to remain a mystery. Psych ward stories. That's a good one, too. Psych. No, I'm just kidding. It is a good one. Psych ward. Crazies are always got some good stories. Red room. Ooh, red room. All right, Alex. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Dark web, yeah. I've done a couple of dark web stories, but the consensus I always get is a lot of people, it's kind of like the same thing with the cryptids, where you either like it or you hate it, you know, and you don't believe any of it. And I like to believe a lot of it, but then there's like, it's also one of those things where it's been, I don't know, it's kind of like paranormal stories in a way where it's just oversaturated with bullshit that even if you come across a true story, you don't know if it's really true or not. You don't know if it's real or not. You want to believe, but can you believe, you know? Like, I don't know. That's always been my problem with paranormal stories and ghost stories, is because there's just so much bullshit out there and money to be made from that type of thing, and it has been for like the longest time, that all the gimmicks and jokes, and not even jokes, just straight up bullshit, because a lot of it is. Do I think there's really ghosts and people have actual paranormal encounters and stuff like that? Sure, I do. But I don't think their stories are being told quite like all the stuff that gets sensationalized and, you know, added to, and when, especially when there's money to be made and Hollywooded to be up, you know. Scary Derek Webb stories. Oh man, I could read those all night long. Scary prison stories. That's not a bad idea either. I don't think I've ever done that. Scary prison stories. Ghost animals, creepy toys. Creepy toys, prison stories. Oh, Aaron with the 5. Just wanted to say your voice works well for scary stories. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you very much, my guy. Furby horror stories. I mean, you probably could. There's a lot of... Those fuckers would say weird shit in the middle of the night. You could never get them to stop talking. Yeah, and again, I enjoy, like, there is paranormal stories out there and ghost stories out there that I enjoy listening to. I don't want to say I discredit all of them, because I know there's legit stories out there and people who have encountered stuff. I've encountered weird things that I don't know whether or not I would classify as paranormal or not. Hell, I was just talking to Derek about one that happened to me years ago when I was still in the Army. And I've had weird stuff happen to me that could potentially be paranormal, but you know, and there's just so much of it out there that's just oversaturated everything to the point where I hate to be that guy, but I am. Like, you know, when you read the same story over and over and over again, just gets a little redundant. Somebody said Red Room stories, and I can get some to you, Booze. I want 60 minutes of them right now. Give me them. Wed Womb. I want a Wed Womb story, Dewick. Red. I'm writing it down. Don't think I won't, because I'm writing it down. Have you ever done movie theater stories or beach stories? I think I've done beach. I don't think I've ever done movie theater, though. I do have movie theater written down. It's one of the 30-some. So it could potentially be a topic for the future. My kid's toys went off one night. It was 3 a.m. It says, want to play with me? And I threw it outside. Yep, I probably would too. I don't want to play with you because it's 3 a.m. Yeah, go away. Ocean stories. Yeah, I got Lost at Sea and Deep Ocean stories. So those are potentials for the future. Creepy coworker. Yeah, I just did one of those last month or the month before. I don't know. But yeah, you get it. You get it. Red rooms are dark torture streams, if that's what you're asking. Yeah. I know what red rooms are. I would do it. If you guys would listen to them, then I would definitely do it. Again, it just kind of falls into that weird middle of the road category where some people are immediately going to be turned off to them because they don't believe in that stuff at all. I mean, I know that stuff does exist, but it's also, it's like dipping its toe into the paranormal thing where it's been sensationalized to the point where movies are made and things are like, you know, it's just that kind of content that's being created and lied about because it was a thing and is a thing, you know. Cemetery stories I don't think I've ever done cemetery stories either. Cemetery stories. Write this down, my guy. Have a good night, all. Can't wait for the new video to drop. Dawn, thank you for stopping by. Yep, road trip stories will be out tomorrow. Tomorrow. Why did I write that down? I don't know. Don't forget to smash that like button. Oh, yeah. Snapchat. Haven't done one of those in a while. As Stained once said, it's been a while. All right. Dog walking, late night walking. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. Was it alone at night or late night? Late night stories. Yep, late night stories. I definitely like the night shift stories since I listen at work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Oh, yep. Well, it's in the name, or in your name. Night shift. So that makes sense. But I do love a good night shift story. S.A. Hola. Hello. How art thou? Make California great again. You are the most unrated horror story. And anything that happens in the woods makes for a great video. Thank you. Thank you. And you're right. I really like anything to do with deep woods, camping, hiking, all that stuff. It's usually my favorite episodes to narrate. Work calls talking about these. Gonna get some work done. So justify not doing it. All right, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. If I don't talk to you before then, have a good birthday on Wednesday. I am doing splendid. Ooh, Stocko. Stocko stories. It's not bad. Stalker. Stalker. Man, this paper is chaotic. I ran out of room, so I'm just like jumbling shit. I would go to the cemetery late at night when I was a teenager. So would I. Yeah, just to be angsty. I want to go to the cemetery and smoke cigarettes. And look at the gravestones. And listen to some edgy music. Because we're teens. That was me. That was my impression of younger me. Laundromat. Oh, man. There's definitely got to be some laundromat stories out there. Man, this paper is... What time is it? Hey, it's 9 o'clock. It's your bedtime, my guy. You hear me? Yeah. Finish that, and then it's bedtime. Okay? Okay? Your birthday is Thursday. Well, happy early birthday. Even though it's Monday. Hope you have a fantastic birthday. You celebrate it the way you want with the people you want. Get you a nice meal. Maybe a cake or a pie or a cupcake. Loan shark horror stories. Bro, y'all are just endless with these ideas, and I'm not mad about it. Let me see here. To write. Start a new page. It's Tuesday, isn't it? It's like Christmas every time a new one drops. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, road trip will be tomorrow, and then Thursday will be crime scene cleaner. Usually the episodes, I always plan to drop them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's Friday, like last week where I got sick, so I couldn't drop it until Friday. Snowstorm, that's not a bad idea too. Especially before winter. Winter is over. We shall probably be here soon. India horror stories. Thank you for calling. AT&T. Yeah, let me write it. Listen to you at work. Thanks for being there for me. I appreciate that, Aiden. Thanks for being there for me and listening. All right. Where was I doing this? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okie dokie. Yeah, you can definitely tell. I'm still nasally. And I'm sniffling still every once in a while. Cat got the zoomies. Ooh, zoomies. Zoomies. All right. Just looking at my... Let's see. Random. No. Case one, no. Not that one. I haven't done this one in a while. Let's see if this one even works. Oh yeah, baby. I think I gotta put that up there. There we go. Okay. Even with the cold, your voice is still amazing. Wow, thank you. I think it sounds like ass right now, but that's just me because I hate my voice when it's all nasally and stuffy, and you know, you get it. You understand. All right. Kidnapper. 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 So, I don't do kidnapper. I don't know if I've done that one or not. Abduction. Yeah, abduction. Kidnapping. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Those are good ones. All right. Hey, it's that time. It's already 9:15. You're going to be a pain in the button to get up in the morning if you don't go to bed. Come here. Go lay down, okay? Hey, I love you. Gamel. Yeah, best of all, hunting, woods, jungle stories. Yeah, those are usually my favorites as well. Honestly, usually have been, kind of always have been. I'm about 6 videos behind right now. I was also sick. I'm leaving them for Friday night. Nice. Yeah, there's definitely something going around. I know a lot of my friends. My kid was sick not that long ago too, so, and I've been dealing with it. I usually deal with it for the most part, but Friday, it was the only day where it was like it took me out. Like the whole day, I was just like, meh. Didn't go to the gym, laid on the couch all day. Had those body like fever shit where I kept getting hot and cold and hot and cold, and yeah. Scale Quo, yeah, it's a Scale Quo one. This is one Dr. Shader made for me a while ago that I hardly ever use, and I don't know why. Pawn shop, that's not a bad idea. Pawn shop. All right. I don't know if you've seen this one too, Tommy. He's made, I don't know if you guys have seen this one or not. There, Derek Webster. My bad. He's got maybe this one. Which one? I think between this one and the van are probably my favorite ones. And I don't know where it's at. Woods. No. Cabins with rain. Oh, yeah, here it is. It was really nice to meet you. Hope you feel better soon. Dina, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you have a fantastic oh my God, I can't even talk. Rest of your night. I still don't like my voice. I feel like everybody that does this feels this way, especially when you listen to your voice over and over and over and over. I like blowing up the pictures to see what is all in them. Makes for an interesting search. Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. Sorry, that was probably really loud. There we go. Well, my son went to bed, so I could read a story, I guess. If y'all want to do that. Or we could just keep doing this, which is very boring, I know. I could play a game. There's a couple like this Forest Ranger Services episode, or there's another game called Kiosk that I downloaded that I really kind of want to play, but I haven't had time to. Yes, it's a doggo. I just learned about fire lookouts. I think that's what they're called. I don't know if that's. I feel like there's so much room for scary stuff to have when you're alone one. Yeah, those are like probably my favorite concept of scary stories. It's like fire watchtowers type of thing. You know, I don't know what it is, but there's just something about them. Being alone, you know, the woods. I feel like I'd be good at that job though. Not having to deal with people at all. You know? Oof. Another big yawn. Sorry. Old man coming out. All right. Yeah, I got at least 30 or 40 topic ideas for the next couple of months. So thank you all for that, for real. Because I was drawing a blank on some ones. Obviously, probably won't get to all of them, but there's some good ones in there that I will definitely be doing. All right. Let's, well, I think, hold on. I think I can do poll. All right. No. Read a story. Play a game. Just chill. And chat. What was it? Oh, yeah. Read a story. Okay. Hopefully this works. Because for some reason, even on like the YouTube app, I can't see any of the chat. I can only see it on Streamlabs for some reason. Suggestions, Urban Explorer horror stories, in-flight horror stories, yeah. Yeah. DTA Mike, appreciate it. You have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Is this work? Okay. It is not even working. I wonder why this isn't working at all. So strange. Missing towel visitors of this experience. I saw this movie with a girl who stayed at a watchtower for a school break, and it was a surprisingly good scary movie. Yeah, that concept is just like, I don't know. It's just, it is very good. A very good. Rocky, I'm digging you. Did the I put a poll in the chat. isn't working or no? Because for some reason, I don't know why my chat is not showing up at all on the YouTube app. And it's only working on what's it called? Streamlabs. Closed captions, no. Stream health, no. Okay. Weird. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. This is annoying. Start sending us your video from your streaming software to go live. Okay. Well, I am. Maybe that's why? Huh. Let's see here. No, let's not do that. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. No, it's very boring to listen to me talk to myself, but it's definitely No, nope, nope, nope. Huh. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Well, I'm just going to... No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Whoops. I have a dog. He's snoozing next to me. He listens to all the stories as well. Oh, good deal. It's always to have a nice little fur buddy next to you when you're chilling, reading, listening, watching, whatever you're doing. I still don't fucking... I don't get it. I don't understand. How do you want to go live? Streaming software, yep, okay. No. Okay. Now it's working. Weird. Okay. Let me try this again. Start a Q&A, start a poll. There we go. Play a game. Read a story. Keep chilling. Do nothing. Call prank. All right, it should work that time. This time. Hopefully. If I'm lucky. Turn this up. Pet stories, and that's not a bad idea either. Just stop and say thanks all the time and effort you put in this channel. We appreciate Daniel. Thank you, sir. You are also appreciated. Ms. Rocker Red, how you doing from North Cal or NorCal? Sorry. I bet Derek won't answer. He hates us. Yeah. He won't even know it's us. He won't even know. He won't even know. I'll say, hey, is your washing machine running? How do you feel about glitch in the Matrix stories? I don't hate them, but I also don't love them. Again, it's kind of like another one of those things. It's very similar to the paranormal thing, which I've talked about a little bit earlier. Probably too much on, honestly, about where I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. Some of them I like and enjoy. Very few of them, and there's also a lot of them where I've heard like even secondhand from talking to Derek, where he's like, yeah, somebody like sent me another story about losing their phone, or something simple like that. And I don't know. I would do it. I don't think I've ever done glitch in the Matrix stories before. I've done ones that are similar to it, I guess, but never like that. Not like that one exactly, Ugh. I'm calling from India to ask you about your car's extended warranty. Oh man, prank calling used to be so much fun. So much fun. Not so much anymore. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna leave this poll open for a couple more minutes, but it's looking like I might be reading a story, not prank calling Derek Weber. I'm calling from Australia. The AI you ordered is not available, or is available. Please send all the monies. Please empty out your bank account. Here is my checking account. I am not a bot. This is very real. I am not kidding. I will call police. Oh man, that's silly. That's just silly. I better pull these up. Let's see. Do Goggle. Open up Goggle. Quit it. Quit it. Please don't do that. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Old Gemini Rage. And the pure fucking Rocky form, just like, mind you, don't be fucking stupid. Calling from a sex doll factory, and the only photo that's attached is one of you and your sister. Trying to confirm this information is correct. Yeah. I will say, I actually did this recently. I did it a long time ago, and then I did it recently again, like maybe like 6 months ago, because I had a wild hair up my ass, and it was just a good time for a good time for a long time until people figured it out. So I downloaded a text-free app. I can't remember what it was called. And I would text friends and family from that text-free app and said, hey, thank you for subscribing to Animal Fuck Facts. And then I would like go online on Google, find some like random animal sexual facts about, whatever, copy and paste it, put it into the text message, send it to whoever. So like my friend Jim, I was sending, every day once, sometimes twice a day. Hey, thank you for subscribing to Animal Fuck Facts. Here's your daily fact. If you want to, I can't remember exactly how I worded it. I said something to the effect of, if you want to stop at any point, just text stop in all caps. And yeah, every day he would text like stop like 6 times. And every single time I'd be like, thank you for resubscribing for another week or another like 30 days or whatever. Like, and then I'd send him another one. And I kept doing it to him and a bunch of other people. And yeah, like, you would never know that I'm 35 because like I was just being a man child, and it was ridiculously fun for a lot longer than it should have been. But I was definitely doing that. And then I remember one time I didn't tell him about it either because I wanted it to go on and go as long as it possibly could so I can get as much out of it as I possibly could. And then one day he just randomly, brought it up. Like, I keep having to block like, were we talking about spam or something like that? And I was like, yeah, man, I still get those stupid spam calls like every day or every other day. And I wasn't even trying to get it out of him, but he just started talking about it and brought it up. And he's like, I don't know how I got onto this. He's like, I don't know if one of you assholes put my number on this stupid Animal Fuck Facts thing that texts me every day. And I started laughing. And eventually I couldn't even hold it together, and he figured it out. So I had a good couple of months, but it was pretty epic. I got a spam call, and when I answered, I was like, hello, are you calling about the incest party? And they hung up. Yeah. I mean, anytime I get those people, I would just talk to them if I actually answered. Half the time I just hit end, or the whatever, wouldn't even let the call go through. But okay, I guess we are reading a story. You might want to unsubscribe to your family reunion group text just in case. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. My favorite to say is thanks for calling Jones Mortuary and Auto Supply. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's usually going to throw them off immediately. Like, wait, did I call the right number? Yeah, it's the only way to deal with those people, is like messing back with them. All right, let me pull up these stories. So I pull it up. I got to turn the music off though. I can't have that in the background. Okay. All right, that can go away. So can that. All right. All right. It's 9:37 here, so if I'm fucking up a lot, this might be very short-lived, because I don't know if I'm going to have the patience for it right now if I'm messing up word after word after word. Let me coat me throat here. Thanks for calling your local family butcher where nobody beats our meat. My favorite is to say thanks for calling. Wait, no, I already read that. What's this message? Follow up. Are you calling about our 2-for-1 special that breaks in backs? No, sure, I'm not. All right, you ready? Let's see how this goes. If it goes poorly, it's gonna be like I said. Don't be upset, but I will throw in the towel immediately. All right, story number 1. Let's do it. Let me make sure that's up. All right. I used to do a lot of traveling for work when I was younger. Nothing glamorous, just a consulting job that had me bouncing all over the country. sometimes for weeks at a time. Most of the gigs were within driving distance, easy enough, but occasionally I'd get sent states away, too far to drive in one stretch, so I'd have to fly in, rent a car, and drive that last leg to whatever site they needed me at. It wasn't a bad setup. The company paid for pretty much everything: flights, rental cars, hotel stays, even per diem. Most of the time, the trips were uneventful, just long stretches of open road, bad diner coffee, and cheap motel beds. But there is one of those trips, one that still sticks with me. It started out pretty much like any other job: a last minute call from my boss, an emergency consultation 2 states over, and the money was too good to turn down. So here I am packing up a bag, catching the first flight out, and landed just past noon. The rental car was ready and waiting. A nondescript gray sedan, perfectly average. No weird smells, no dents, a good sign at least. I hit the highway right away, wanting to get this job over with as quickly as possible. The drive wasn't terrible. Wide open roads, light traffic, the kind of trip where you set the cruise. Ugh, hold on. Ugh. Where was that? The drive. Possible. The drive wasn't terrible. Hell yeah, first time catching a live stereo. Earl, thanks for hopping in. Transform his voice in an instant legend. Psychological reaction. I had a good run. 1 minute and 35, boys. Possible. All right. Where was I? The drive wasn't terrible. Quickly as possible. Quickly as possible. Yep. The drive wasn't terrible. Wide open road, light traffic. The kind of trip where you set the cruise. I fucked it up again right in the same spot. Wide open road, light traffic. The kind of trip where you set the cruise control and just let your mind wander. About an hour in, I pulled up in this small town. Nothing more than a few gas stations, a diner, and some rundown houses on the outskirts. I fueled up, grabbed a burger from the diner, and then quickly got back on the road. At this point, I had about 50 miles left. Just another hour, maybe less, before I'd be checking into the hotel and finally getting to crash for the night. And that's when I noticed him. At first, I really genuinely thought my eyes were playing some kind of trick on me. A figure up ahead, barely visible in the heat haze rolling off the pavement. As I got closer, though, I realized it was a man, walking along the shoulder of the highway. No cars around, no houses, just endless empty fields stretching out for miles. I slowed down as I passed him, instincts kicking in. He wasn't hitchhiking. He wasn't even looking at the road. He was stumbling, his body moving like a robot, his head lolling forward, arms hanging limp at its sides. And something about him just didn't sit right with me. I drove past, watching him in my rearview mirror. He barely even seemed aware of where he was. His steps were uneven, his mouth moving like he was talking to somebody that I couldn't see. So I just kept driving. Then, maybe half a mile later, I found myself easing off the gas. Something was gnawing at me. What if this guy was in trouble? Some kind of medical emergency, a diabetic crash, a heat stroke. I couldn't just leave him out there. I've had family members that had episodes like that before. That kind of thing could happen to anybody at any moment. I wanted to do what I hoped others might do for my family members. So I sighed and gripped the wheel. I took the next turnaround, looping back onto the highway in the opposite direction. My headlights cut through the dimming sky, and the sun was beginning its slow descent behind the horizon. The road was mostly empty now, the random traffic thinning out, leaving only the occasional blur of headlights off in the distance. The further I drove, the quieter everything seemed to get. like the world was at a purgatory. Like the world was a purgatory. As I neared the stretch of road where I'd saw that man, my stomach clenched. I slowed slightly, scanning the shoulder. There. He was still walking, still staggering. I don't like that. Hold on. Ugh. He was still walking, still staggering. From this angle, I could see him a lot more clearly. His clothes were filthy. His jeans were stiff with dark stains. Mud, maybe? But something about it all just felt off. His short was torn. One sleeve was missing entirely, exposing a thin, bony arm. His posture was very unnatural, almost limp, like his body was moving on autopilot. And he was still talking. Ugh. Hold on. Got coughs coming. Haven't used my voice this much since I've been sick. Ugh. I sometimes give the phone to my son. He talks nonstop about Minecraft. I need another drink. And then I'll... All right. Let's find out where the fuck I was. Autopilot. On autopilot. And he was still talking. All right. Muttering to himself in a frantic, erratic rhythm. Words coming out 3 at a time. His lips moved far too fast, like his mouth couldn't keep up with whatever his brain was spewing out. I swallowed. Again, I thought to myself, something about this isn't right. I passed him again, my grip tightening on the wheel. The guy needed help, there's no doubt about that, but the hairs on the back of my neck were standing on end, every nerve in my body screaming at me to just keep driving. But I didn't. I found another turnaround a mile down the road and looped back once more. The guy hadn't fallen. He hadn't collapsed, but he looked worse now. His steps were even slower, dragging, like whatever had been fueling him was slowly running out. His head was bobbing, and then it snapped up again, as if he were fighting sleep. I pulled onto the shoulder 20 feet behind him, tires crunching on loose gravel as I threw the car into park, leaving the engine running. For a brief moment, I just sat there, watching him. The man kept moving forward, oblivious to the sound of my car. Again, the way he moved, it wasn't good. His feet barely were lifting off the ground, knees locking with every single step. I slowly cracked the window. "Hey, buddy, you okay?" I got no response, not even a twitch. I hesitated, then popped the door open, stepping out onto the asphalt. The heat of the road radiated through my shoes, the thick, humid air wrapping around me. Despite it being in the afternoon, this was the summertime in the Midwest, plenty of heat left in the air. I took a cautious step forward. "Hey, man, do you need any help?" The guy then stopped walking, just stopped. He didn't turn, though, and didn't move anymore. Every muscle in my body went rigid. Maybe I had misjudged this. I opened up my mouth to speak again, but the words were caught in my throat. My pulse was pounding in my ears. Something was wrong. I could feel it. Then in this single jerky motion, the man turned. His head snapped toward me so fast it looked painful. His eyes were wide. Ugh. Hold on. Good Lord. Painful. Okay, let me highlight this. All right. Time to call 911. No stopping for me. Yeah, I don't know. I've never stopped for a hitchhiker. I've never stopped for anybody like this. I've helped people. obviously like people down on their luck and stuff like that at gas stations and bought people food and stuff because I can't help that. But I don't care. I'm not letting somebody in my car. You know, you just, no. Painful. You just don't. All right. His eyes were wide and bloodshot, pupils so dilated they nearly swallowed the irises. His mouth twitched, lips pulling back to reveal teeth too clenched to be talking, but he was. He was still muttering, the words bubbling up in this frantic, breathless burst. I took another step back. Hey, I can call somebody for you if you want. The moment the words left my mouth, his arm jerked towards his waist, and a flash of silver came out. And I saw a flash of silver, a box cutter. The sight of that blade sent a jolt of adrenaline straight through me. Whoa, whoa. I threw my hands up, heart slamming against my lungs. I'm just trying to... He lunged at me. I barely had enough time to react before the What? I barely had enough time to react before the razor sliced through my forearm, a burning shock of pain blooming in its wake. Blood spilled down my arm and fell away to the road below. Shit! I stumbled back and clutched my arm. Warm blood seeped through my fingers, thick enough to scare me. Was I really about to bleed out on the side of the highway? The guy didn't hesitate. He didn't speak. He just came at me again, swinging the blade in these erratic arcs. His breath rasped through his teeth. His eyes were unfocused, like he wasn't even seeing me, like he was somewhere else entirely, as if he was fighting people who weren't really there. I backpedaled and barely dodged another wild swing. I screamed at him to stop. My voice was raw, edged with panic. He didn't care. He didn't even acknowledge my words. The blade ran up and down my arms a few more times as I kept it in front of me to prevent any damage to my face or my torso. I tried to move faster, but my heel got caught on the uneven pavement, and I went down hard. My palm scraped against the asphalt, pain jolting up my wrist. And he was on me in a second. That blade slashed downward. I twisted, the razor catching the edge of my shirt and tearing through the fabric and flesh. I was opened up in at least 5 different places, and I really needed to create some distance. I kicked out, my foot connecting with his knee as hard as I could, but it wasn't enough to knock him down, but enough to make him pause. I scrambled back and pushed off the ground, but my limbs felt slow, sluggish. The heat, the blood loss, the panic, it was all crashing down at once. He twitched. His lips were moving faster now, words spilling from his mouth in this desperate, trembling whisper. The keys. My stomach dropped. He wasn't attacking me. He wanted my car. The fucking keys, he spat. His fingers tightened around the box cutter. I need the fucking keys. I forced my legs to move and bolted for my car. Behind me, he shrieked, this inhuman, strangled kind of sound. I couldn't tell if this dude was high or just out of his mind, but the sudden clarity of his speech really freaked me out. It reminded me of some kind of possession story. I reached the car, yanked the door open, and threw myself inside. My hands fumbled for the lock. It was too late, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. My hands were too slick with blood to be able to lock it anyway. He slammed into the side of the car, rattling it with his weight. His fingers were clawing at the handle, yanking, slamming. His face was twisted with fury. The keys! He screamed again. I jammed the key into the ignition and twisted. The engine quickly roared to life. I didn't think, I didn't look, just threw it into drive and floored it. The tires screeched against the pavement, car fishtailing before rocketing forward. In the rearview mirror, I saw him stumble back, his body heaving. That blade was still clutched in his shaking hand, his mouth still moving, still whispering whatever the hell else he was saying. Then he turned and just started walking again, like nothing had even just happened. I barely even registered the pain at that point. The fire burning in my arms where the box cutter had sliced me open. I barely registered the pain, the burning fire in my arms from where that box cutter had sliced me open. My hands were still slick with blood, knuckles white from the force of my grip on the wheel. The car fishtailed as I swerved back onto the highway, tires screeching. My attacker's screams faded behind me, swallowed by the roar of the wind and the hum of the asphalt. I fumbled for my phone with shaking hands, nearly dropping it before managing to hit the emergency number. 911, what's your emergency? My voice was barely even working. I was just attacked. A man on the highway. He had a knife, a razor. He tried to carjack me. I think I'm bleeding a lot. Sir, I need you to stay calm. Where are you right now? I forced my eyes to focus on the road signs whipping past me. Highway 82, about 10 miles east of Barstow, heading west. I don't know if he's still back there or if he... I swallowed. My throat was dry as sandpaper. Sir, you need to listen to me. You need medical attention. There's a hospital in the next town over, about 15 miles from your location. Keep driving. Do not stop for any reason. Officers are being dispatched now. 15 miles. That felt like a lifetime. I pressed the gas, foot shaking. The car felt too small, too exposed, like at any moment I could see movement in my mirror, see that man again, impossibly fast running toward me. The highway stretched into darkness ahead, but every passing shadow continued to make my pulse jump. I kept waiting for headlights behind me to flick on with no movement, for a pair of wild darting eyes to appear in the rear view, but there was nothing. By the time I reached that next town, my vision had started to blur. The loss of blood, the shock, it was catching up to me fast. I followed the GPS's mechanical voice, taking the exit and cutting through the quiet streets until I saw the glowing emergency sign right up ahead. I barely had the strength to throw in the car into park before fumbling out, legs nearly giving out as I staggered towards the entrance. The nurse at the front desk took one look at me and shouted for help. Within seconds, I was being rushed down a hallway, voices talking over me, hands pressing against my arms. The sting of antiseptic making me wince. My mind swam in and out of focus, the fluorescent lights above me flickering like strobes. Stay with me, somebody said. I forced my eyes open. The nurse, her expression tight and concerned. You're very lucky. These aren't deep, but you'll need stitches. Can you tell me what happened? I tried to speak, but the words were stuck in my throat. I must have blacked out for a while because the next thing I knew, I was lying in a hospital bed, arms bandaged up, and a dull ache pulsing beneath the gauze. I blinked. My mind was still groggy. The beeping of the heart monitor was the only sound in the room. Then I heard muffled voices just outside my door. A cop. Yeah, he attacked the responding officers, one of them said. Came at him with a blade. They had no choice. A pause. He's dead? A cold wave rolled through me. I turned my head towards the doorway, listening as the officers continued to talk. Yeah, I don't know how long he was out there. No ID, no personal belongings. He wasn't from here, at least that we can tell. Drugs, mental illness, who knows? Maybe it was a death wish. Whatever the case, I felt like I could have been hurt way worse than I actually was, maybe even killed. And the scars on my arms Remind me of that story every single day. And the scars that bind us, the past is real. Sorry, that's the first thing I thought about. Derek Webster, you tell scary stories too? I just want to thank you for all I struggle with something the whole damn life. When I find your channel, I started listening, fell right asleep. I used to sleep. Kelly, thank you very much. Thank you. You're fucking stupid. Click me to sleep, please. Let's see. What a funny guy you are. I went to go on an urban exploration of a mental asylum last year. I got chased by security. I panicked. It was raining heavily. Almost had a car accident. Never again. Yeah. I'm more scared of like I've done urban exploration before, and I'm more scared of like falling through stairs and getting impaled by, something like old wood or fucking some kind of metal pipe just bleeding out there. Just Mel, first time I've made it 20 your lives. Glad to be here. Well, thanks for stopping by. I don't really do them as often as I should. I know. You're right. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock, mate. All right. Let me see here. I used to do a lot of regional driving. Got I got two more, but escalators. Wait. Old. Image with. All right. I think they're making. Yeah, I think I've seen that too. Actually, something about it. Final Destination. What say you? All right, no. Wait. Got that one and this one. All right, guys. It's 10 o'clock. It's late for me, dog. I got to get up early for get these kids to school and the sitter and stuff like that. So if I could, I'll just finish the other. I got two of those stories done, but I just got one more to do, and I'll do that in the morning before I get everything done. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Hopping on, chilling. I say this every time I do a live, but I'd like to do these more often. So if you enjoyed it, let me know, and I'll try to do these more. Make it more of a regular thing, maybe every other week or at least once a month, bare minimum. Bare minimum. Okay. All right. I'm just not going to yawn anymore into the mic. I love y'all. Appreciate you for stopping by very, very, very much. And I will I'll see you tomorrow for road trip stories. All right. Sound good? All right. Sounds great.